I told you guys. I told you guys. A lot of people thought I was crazy because I liked Fresh. Some people like Camp. He will ask me like, how can you like Fresh? Listen, bro. Which, by the way, subscribe to Camp Hustle 1. He has a late night show that starts at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time. Check him out. I told you, man, that he was pretty smart. And I told you that he wasn't completely useless. Well, he's only like 1% useful, but that's still just 1%, you know? It's better than nothing. He is demonstrating that he has a brain, but I always knew that he had a brain. You know how I knew that he always had a brain? Not because he's doing the smart move and distancing himself from Myron, because Myron has been completely unhinged, which we're definitely going to talk about because that has a profound influence on Fresh. No, it's not because of that. It's because he says, think about this. And you can only think when you have a brain. So as of late, Fresh has been hinting to the audience that, hey man, I'm not on board with a lot of what Myron says. And just to kind of let you guys know, I don't hate Jews. I don't hate anybody.
I just want to say, I love all my Jew friends. I love Jews. I love everybody. And I don't hate nobody.
And the reason why he's saying that is because, oh my gosh, Myron has been completely, and I mean completely, unhinged. If you go on his Twitter, it's just rant after rant after rant about women, feminism, Jews. Let's just say hypothetically you were given a speech, but this one is no ordinary speech. It's a hate speech. And you needed a source of information where you can get a ton of stereotypes. Myron's your guy. And guess who decided to recognize Myron for his brilliant contribution to hate speech? Mr. Free Speech himself, Elon Musk. Myron took a couple of his screenshots of his X account indicating that his account has been locked. And the reason why he did this is because he went on a rant talking about that he's gonna name Asians, Jews, and of course women and feminists a certain slur. So because of that, he ended up getting blocked by Elon Musk himself, taking him off the platform. I'm not taking him off, but demonetizing him. And of course, in Myron fashion, he ended up going on a live stream and he, like bro, I promise you, this guy's so petty. He ended up trying to ratio Elon Musk. And when he finally succeeded, he boasted about it like if it was some sort of huge accomplishment.
Let's catch up. He's at 380. We're rising up 250. Let's get 1,000 in this bitch. Let's improve Julon Musk, Julon Singh Musk, right? Let's fucking cook his ass. Me and Nick Fuentes are gonna fucking ratio this. Let's go. Did we just beat him? Let's fucking go, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Get the fuck out of here, Elon Musk.
What a baby, man. He'll whine if they don't cut the crust off his sandwich. And trust me when I tell you, this is like professional level whining. Because for the past 2 days, he's just been egregiously lambasting Elon Musk online. He's doing everything he can to muster up support and expose Elon Musk as a fraud. Obviously, if you guys know, Elon Musk has been perpetuating the idea that it's a free speech platform. Reality is that he's starting to understand that it's not exactly a free speech platform. Instead, he wants to regulate it a little more so then advertisers can feel at ease, because I don't know if you know this, but they're coming back to advertise there. So what does this have to do with Fresh? Everything. Because every single time Myron opens his mouth, it's always so excessively flagrant.
Well, blacks actually did better under Jim Crow. Like if you look at like literacy and everything else like that, jobs, everything, they were better. Like more black businesses, people were doing better financially. Why? Because they were together. There was a nuclear family, and that oppression actually kind of galvanized the unity. So they were doing better during the Jim Crow era than they do now.
You see what I mean? Like excessively flagrant. I don't even know if that's true or not. Like I would have to do research into that, and I'm not gonna do the research into that. But I would imagine that perhaps the reason why the literacy rate shot up so fast was because during the time when they were slaves, they were free. They weren't able to learn how to read. So when they finally were freed, they were able to attend schools, albeit schools that were colored. But I would imagine that, if they're attending schools, right after they're free, their literacy is going to shoot up because, they're starting to learn how to read. But if there's anything that I've learned from Myron is that he chooses, at least to me, he gives me the impression that he chooses his words very carefully so then he can get viral moments. Like for instance, in this next clip that I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna take them out of context just so you can see how terrible it sounds.
And this is what's interesting to me. Like with some of these like white supremacists might say talk shit about me, and I'm like, you guys are literally shitting on one of the only people that's colored that actually advocates for you guys.
Did you guys read the subtitles? How he said that, well, you guys are literally shitting on a colored person who advocates for you guys. why do you have to phrase it like that? Because if you actually watch the rest of the context, you would see what he actually means.
Fucking stupid. Like low IQ. You know what I mean? It's like if someone advocates for your support, even though they disagree with you, like that's already hard enough.
Yeah.
So you would want to like, you know, show those people some love.
Essentially what he's saying here is that he supports their speech, but he doesn't agree with it. But he still advocates for that person, even though he's racist, to speak their mind. The problem that Myron has is that he always phrases his ideas in such a way where it's unbelievably inflammatory and he knows he's gonna get a response. Which is why when they were discussing the whole idea of free speech on Jake Shields' platform, they were going back and forward, and then finally when they get to Fresh, they ask him the question, like, you know, what would you do?
But you don't like the controversial content that much, huh? Cost money is the problem.
There's no point to it.
Cost money. I mean, it's...
Listen, I'm all for the truth, but like, reality speaking, once it gets shut down, no one cares. This whole paradigm of like telling people the truth is great, but you as the individual on your platform goes away because they're gonna either kick you off the top of the mountain or put you in jail. Now, people that want to know the truth can't hear it anymore. So how do you do it effectively without having to be put in jail or put in the box?
I'm glad you asked that question, Fresh. So one way not to do it is not to do what Myron is doing. Myron, let me go ahead and ask you a question. Is it really effective to just use your free speech just to hate people? Because that's literally all you do. All you do is just hate. Hate. Every single post is just hate. Is that really like the point that you're trying to make with free speech, that, you know what, man, we need to make hate popular again or something? Because it's not effective at all. It just offends people. Like, I'm never gonna forget that one moment when Myron's brain left chat and he went completely mask off against women, ranting about how libraries need to put women's rights books in the fiction section.
These bitches are fucking useless 99% of the fucking time. Let's be real, okay? They have tits and a vagina, and that's the only reason anyone gives a fuck about their fucking opinion. But 99% of them have 68 IQ and are bumbling fucking retards, okay? I fucking said it.
And Fresh, like a stand-up guy who's holding the door for the person who's still in their car in the parking lot, takes a stand and reminds men that, hey, what he means is to love your woman.
What he was saying was men should lead, listen to your woman, and love your woman, okay? That's all he's saying in a nutshell. I promise you, he meant it in a nicer way, but ultimately, we're still on YouTube for now. Yep. Great. Okay, some chats real quick, and there's some callers, because goddamn. Okay.
Bro, what is this face? My boy looks like the victim, the suspect, and the perpetrator. Why do you think I'm all the way over here? That was my friend laughing in the background. He almost ruined the shot, man. That took like 5 or 6 times to like shoot. I had to try to get the delivery right. But anyways, what I'm trying to say though is that Fresh, he's starting to correct Myron. There's been moments where he's also debated Myron and Fresh just ends up looking good. Usually he never speaks his mind, but in moments where he does debate Myron, as of late, he's been looking good. They're probably going to be homies and stuff like that, but as of late, I don't know where this friendship's going to go. I mean, perhaps it's all an impression that we're receiving, that we're getting, and it's not really as bad as we think it is. But when I take a look at their channel and I see that Myron is streaming on his own, I can't help but think that, you know, perhaps there is some sort of tension going on behind the scenes. I don't know, man. Only time will tell where this duo ends up in the near future. Because, I mean, if Myron continues to run his mouth like it stole a wallet, then I'm sure that he's going to end up losing so much more than just, you know, his podcast. Yeah, so that's really all I want to share with you guys. That's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you guys next video.